Hello, and welcome to another episode where we unlock the secrets of advanced economic theories to elevate your business acumen. Today, we delve into the world of economic production quantity, also known as EPQ. Economic production quantity, EPQ, is a crucial inventory management model that helps determine the optimal production quantity an organization should produce to minimize total costs. Let's break this down with an example. Assume we run a factory that produces custom t-shirts. Here, the EPQ model helps us determine the optimal number of t-shirts we should produce in each batch to minimize costs, such as setup costs and holding costs. Before we go further, let's understand the foundational formula for EPQ. In this formula, EPQ equals the square root of 2 times the annual demand times the setup cost per order, divided by the annual holding cost per unit. Let's take an example. Assume our t-shirt factory has an annual demand, D, of 10,000 t-shirts. Setup cost, S, per batch is $500. An annual holding cost, H, per t-shirt is $2. Plugging these numbers into the formula, we get, therefore, the optimal production quantity for our t-shirt factory is approximately 2,236 t-shirts per batch to minimize the total cost of production and inventory holding. Now that we have our optimal production quantity, let's explore how these costs impact our total cost structure. To get a clear picture, we need to consider both setup and holding costs together. Total setup cost is calculated as setup cost per batch asterisk annual demand slash EPQ. For our example, it becomes $500 asterisk 10,000 slash 2236 is almost equal to $2,235.75 annually. Similarly, total holding cost can be calculated as holding cost per unit asterisk EPQ slash 2. Using our values, $2 asterisk 2,236 slash 2 equals $2 asterisk 1118 equals $2,236 annually. So, our total cost becomes the sum of setup and holding costs. $2,235.75 setup cost plus $2,236 holding cost equals $4,471.75 annually. Now for visual learners, let's plot these costs on a graph. Why is EPQ important for businesses? EPQ helps businesses balance their inventory costs by minimizing both setup and holding costs, leading to a more optimized production cycle. How does varying demand affect EPQ? Changes in demand directly impact the EPQ. For instance, increasing demand typically increases the EPQ and vice versa. This requires firms to update their production schedules accordingly. What is the relationship between setup costs and EPQ? Higher setup costs generally increase the EPQ since producing larger quantities less frequently is more economical. Conversely, lower setup costs reduce the EPQ. Let's analyze a scenario. Assume a company has determined their EPQ is 1,500 units. The annual demand is 9,000 units. The setup cost per order is $100, and the holding cost per unit per year is 50 cents. Calculate the total cost. Step 1. Calculate setup cost. $100 asterisk 9,000 slash 1,500 equals $600. Step 2. Calculate holding cost. 50 cents asterisk 1,500 slash 2 equals $375. Step 3. Total cost equals $600 setup plus $375 holding equals $975 annually. EPQ is a vital part of the inventory management toolkit due to its direct impact on cost efficiency and its ability to provide actionable data for production planning. Consider EPQ as a dynamic, adaptable part of your company's financial health rather than a static figure. Continuously monitor and update it as costs and demand change. For instance, a sudden rise in demand or unexpected increase in holding costs could necessitate recalculating your EPQ to maintain cost efficiency. The formula isn't just limited to manufacturing. It can be extended to areas like retail, where it helps manage inventory replenishment schedules. To ensure sustainability and maximize profitability, Integrating EPQ within a broader supply chain management strategy is essential. Finally, let's summarize the key takeaways. EPQ is about minimizing total costs by balancing setup and holding costs, adapting to changes, and ensuring operational efficiency. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into economic production quantity. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated with our latest content.